Filmmaking is, of course, the art of illusion. For example, all of our locations were scattered throughout Sussex with huge distances between them, such as the Phillips house here, supposedly in the heart of Ambleton, which is in fact right here in the middle of Brighton. Post-production is that magical time when all those illusions come together in the edit. So how was the film edited? Were there any CG shots? And how do you get really good music for free?
The film was edited by myself over a course of several weeks. It was edited using the full Adobe suite. In this case it was CS3 Premiere Pro. We converted all the HD files that were on the hard drive into Cineform HD files, which Cineform is an intermediate codec which makes HD editing easier and faster on a home PC. The way I edited it was to divide the film into 5 reels of about 20 to 25 minutes each, and then worked on one reel at a time. Once I'd finished a reel, I would compress it down heavily into a small QuickTime file that I would then send by email or FTP'd to the composer Ian Cameron and the sound mixer. I then handed the sound over to Colin Bradley, who did the post-sound mixing, but it basically means going through and doing all the levels, but also adding in loads of different sound effects that you may not think about: doors opening, cars in the background. Colin did the sound mix on a MacBook Pro.
The best of luck.
What we did was contacting musicians who would let us use their music for free in return of promoting their songs.
That there's a tremendous amount of really good music out there with musicians who want it to be heard.
I visited so many MySpace pages, listened to so many songs, and Dan picked suitable songs from there.
The first was a song called "The Happiness You Deserve." In the kitchen scenes, didn't have to think twice about sacrificing any kind of payment for using one or two of my songs. The value of the exposure that the film might give the songs.
Parks Productions got in touch with us through email about wanting to use our music, and we were well up for it. So that's about that there, yeah.
The scenes that we feature in are very sort of brutal and aggressive.
I realised that the essential message of the tune correlates with the message of the film.
We received the contract from Parks and took it to one of our tutors at the place where we study, and he read through it, gave it the thumbs up, and told us to sign it, and we did it for free. We're completely fine with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We get a lot from it, from our exposure, and obviously they get the music for the film, so it's very good.
When the film kicked in, I didn't expect the song to be in that soon, as I was in the intro of the film. I loved it.
As well as having some of our music in the film, I also played the London head chef, the one who does a bit of shouting. And the scene directly after the scene that I'm in, they use one of our songs after that. And then at the end credits, Darkest Times is used.
There are loads of older musicians, such as myself, who would love the opportunity to have their music heard.
Where the publicity and the exposure you're going to get,
and the experience
just,
as well.
Yeah,
it's
just invaluable.
It's important to let the artists know, what type of film, their music is going to be used in, and how the film's going to be promoted. And
there's a certain scene in your film, and something in that scene clicks with a piece of music you've heard from an unsigned band. Then just approach them and tell them, explain that, tell them what your thoughts are about it and what ideas you've got, and hopefully the two of you can work something out, a bit of exposure for them, and some music that fits in with what you want the tone to be for your film.
Music adds so much depth to the film. So when I first saw the film with the music, I was quite impressed.
I think one of the most challenging things was trying to get the tone right. Dan sent me the film in 20-minute sections. I'll just set it on a loop in my sequencing software. Just play along with it on piano to start with. Just improvise until I find something that I think fits, and then I'll start writing it for different instruments and arranging it, attached to a clip, and then Dan would comment, and it just went backwards and forwards like that.
Before filming, we had to have a lot of the music written for the piano pieces that the restaurant pianist is going to be playing. And so one piece was written by Ian, another piece was written by myself. The piano was actually gutted so that it would be silent on set. Ernest had to actually mime that he was playing the piano.
It's great to have a film where in parts there's no dialogue at all, so the music really is high in the mix and really does stand out and plays a major part in the film.
My job as a director was to tell him the emotional core of the scene and then help him write that.
With Dan, because he's got a musical background, it's very easy to work with him because he can explain things in musical terms, where every note was sort of written to sync with the picture. You know, having music written for the film does make a difference.
And the music was just stunning, it was really emotional.
I'm very proud of it. I think it represents a lot of hard work.
A wonderful film that's been made on a very low budget but looks spectacular.
The opening sequence, I was kind of really excited.
The look of the film is terrific, and it reflects the Sussex countryside.
I think it's a very powerful message.
Unexpectedly emotional towards the end.
Yeah. The opening scenes, I was taken aback. It was just superb, and I just thought this is incredible.
Good lessons for life in it.
The piece of work that they've produced from this small budget is just incredible.
A low-budget film shot in a few days, and to be honest, I thought it was a miracle.
Some good performances and really nice cinematography.
It's kept my attention from the beginning all the way to the end.
Although it's a low-budget film, it doesn't look low budget. It looked really good on screen, and yeah, I thought everyone did a great job.
Dan managed to pull off this terrific feel and atmosphere in the film.
It's a great storyline, and the finished product's a very enjoyable film.
Extremely satisfied, I'd say.
An essential lesson about the human spirit and the ways in which human perseverance and passion are important through any walk of life.
I think the look was quite something.
A beautiful story. It's really well made.
I hope the film makes people think about their own situation, their own decisions, and
anyone who's interested in story, really, over spectacle, really.
It was a great experience. I'm very happy I did it, and I'm very happy with the way it turned out.